welcome. I think that it's looking a bit sorry here again, sorry about that, but I've just did some randomness with Göteborgs Rapé Cardus that I bought at Skansen as well. We're going to build it up to the next 50 reviews here. Today will probably be quite a straightforward review. It is of a quite interesting looking snus, and we are having some interesting good snuses coming up soon, I think. This one is WoW Salty Stuff. And it's made by Scandinavian Premium Tobacco, SPT, which is now sold by GN Tobacco. My very first review was of the WoW Sunny Honey. Then there's also a Winter Mint, which is like a winter green snus. And I've actually seen now that they have one called WoW Blue Forest, and it's a mini portion. So I think that one could be quite new actually. I haven't seen that one before. It's made by SPT, as I said, and they also make Taboka and Byron. Taboka being low price, Byron a bit more pricey. This one, it's pretty cheap. It comes in sort of I've seen different price on different sites, but it's sort of low price to mid price. It's a pretty cheap snus. You get 22 portions in it. The portions are around 0.7 or 0.68 grams, they're quite small portions. The nicotine should be around 8, I said in my last review about 8.2 milligrams per portion. I'm going to stick with that. It's a little bit tricky to find correct information, but it's a normal strength snus. The catch lid is a large one. I really like these cans. They're very sort of plasticky, but you get the catch lid very thin like that, and I like the design of them. They look pretty cool. Let's get into it. So it should be salty licorice, so salmiak we're looking at here. And the WoW series seem to have very wide portions, quite their original portions. They're quite small, there's not an awful lot in there, it's not very fluffed up. Quite small portions, very wide. Maybe a little bit like the Captain, they're quite wide as well, I think. Okay, here we go. Yep, definitely get some licorice in there. There's no off smell. I do get some tobacco. Maybe reminds me of, there's nice tobacco in the background actually. A little bit like tobacco then, I guess. It's quite mild of the licorice still. It's not very full on. Can't tell yet how salty it will be, so I'll get back to you when I finish the can and tell you what I think about WoW Salty Stuff. No, it's not World of Warcraft. Although I did see a Swedish guy, he has a YouTube channel doing World of Warcraft videos, and he started reviewing snus, and of course this was the first snus he reviewed. He had 3,600 views on this review, something we normal snus reviewers rarely get. So if you want to get a lot of views on your snus channel, start talking about World of Warcraft. But this is purely a snus channel, so I'm going to tell you what I think about this snus. First of all, nicotine is not a problem. I find that it works well on that front. The feel of the portion, I think it's a little bit clumsy under the lip because of the wideness of the portions. It doesn't drip too much. It's quite a dry original portion, but not a big problem or anything like that. I think it's fine. So I like licorice. Salmiak is not my favorite in licorice snus, but here it's a little bit more mellow. Salmiak is a full-on flavor. It's really for the lovers of ammonium chloride still, this one. But for a salmiak snus, it's not too full-on. It has a mildness to it, a little bit of sweetness in there. It blends well with the tobacco. So if you compare it to something like General XR Salmiak or Nick and Johnny original portion, they feel a little bit danker and heavier to me, and also maybe more full on the Salmiak. Here, this could be more like a way into Salmiak snus, possibly, because it still has a lot of taste, but it's a little bit more mellow. I think it has something to do with the tobacco is more Taboka-like, which is like a leaner flavor. So I think it works pretty well for that. Still got a clear licorice taste, but it maybe not really bright. It's not the brightest of salmiak flavors, but it's still definitely there. So I like it. It is like an alternative even for a salmiak snus. So first of all, you have to like licorice snus. Salmiak is a bonus, but it's a little bit different to the other ones. It's a little bit more muted. Still a lot of flavor. So it's a contender. So I think you should try it unless you hate licorice, and sort of look for the underlying tobacco in it, I would say, because I like that in this one. I think it works pretty well. It's a snus that I think is good for its money. You can find this one at snus24.com. What can't you find there? So I'm gonna say it's a cheap snus, good value if you like licorice. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10 on the WoW salty stuff. Yeah, why not? Why not try it? It's pretty decent. It's not massively complex or anything, but it works with that leaner tobacco-like tobacco in the background. Like it. So thanks as always, guys, for watching. If you like the videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review, which is next weekend. See you then. Bye.